For a pregnant woman, a solar eclipse brings up numerous myths and safety considerations. These myths seem to have been altered to pressure women, or are they timeless truths? Let's investigate. This year we are going to have a lunar eclipse on May 5th, which will be a major event as well. Some of you might not care about it, while others might take a more conventional path. You've likely heard the following tale. In the kitchen of his grandma, a young boy was having fun. While grandma was gently cutting a tiny corner off each side of her newly baked bread, when he turned to look at her. She kept them at bay while working. We have observed how our grandparents, moms, cousins, aunts, and friends behave during eclipses in accordance with a particular set of do's and don'ts. Do you truly care whether you adhere to them or not? That is a matter of preference. Whatever you discover to be true to your life. Before labeling something as antiquated or backwards, it is wise to comprehend them. You could be in for a pleasant surprise. The celestial motions in the cosmos were known to the ancients all around the planet. They were all very aware that all life was impacted by the movements of the moon, sun, and other planets. The ancients, firmly grounded in the idea that we are all related, were aware that a slight change in a planet's location or an eclipse will have an impact on people's minds and bodies. It should come as no surprise that every nation in the globe has created its own set of rules. For instance, during a solar eclipse, pregnant women in Mexico during ancient times were required to wear crimson undergarments. In India, pregnant women were prohibited from handling sharp things. All things are connected. A celestial event has an effect on the body as well. For instance, your mood in the morning will differ from your mood in the evening or afternoon. Our morning starts with wake-up calls, while evening calls for romantic melodies and music. It's not like every one of our forebears could be wrong. They may have unintentionally and intuitively discovered information that gave rise to specific rules. Several practices are now being validated by research. But, can a pregnant woman avoid going to work when an eclipse occurs? That one is difficult. Let's dispel some misconceptions about the solar eclipse. 1. Eclipses are unfavorable. Flowers planted during a solar eclipse are said to be more vibrant and more colorful than other flowers planted during other times of the year, according to a delightful Italian myth. Eclipses are believed to trigger internal changes that lead to joy, happiness, and tranquility. Eclipses do not represent a bad phase or portend bad omens. 2. Pregnant women should avoid eclipses. First of all, the universe has no desire to cause you harm, more so if you're bringing a new life into the world. There is no evidence to support the idea that eclipses are harmful to the mother or fetus. 3. Some people assert that women who are pregnant shouldn't use a knife prior to, during, or following an eclipse. If done, the baby will be born with an organ that is cleft. Don't make a pregnant woman feel more anxious and frightened. The reality is that, in case of accidents or reactions, it is preferable to stay away from sharp objects and some metals. Keep in mind that there was no power in the past. If we think logically, the clear reason is because of the darkness they likely experienced during some eclipses. Our ancestors didn't have a source of electricity. Therefore, they also wanted females to rest a bit and take rest from house chores. 4. Hairpins and safety pins shouldn't be worn by expectant women. Relax and unwind. Don't stress over it. This has no basis in reality. 5. During a solar eclipse, staring at the sun might result in birth defects and miscarriages. Anybody who looks at the sun during a solar eclipse, including those who are not pregnant, should avoid doing so. The retina in the eye can get permanently damaged by the sun's UV radiation. To view the eclipse, some even use solar filters, eclipse glasses, or other specialized equipment. For pregnant ladies, it is preferable to stay away from all of this. In concluding, There is no proof that eclipses cause harm, particularly to pregnant women. Most of them were done to protect them, as there was a lack of technology. As we all know, we as human beings try to protect women extra carefully when they are bringing another life with them onto this planet. Life is sustained by the sun. There will be some disruptions when the sun's rays are blocked during its normal hours. Moreover, it is a time when airborne pollutants are released. Pregnant women were shielded since they are more susceptible to environmental changes and pollutants in general. Therefore, there is nothing to worry about in most cases. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and comment on what you thought of this one.